Let's get right into it. Number 7. Revolving Doors of Doom. Imagine walking into a building and instantly turning into a lab rat in a human-sized hamster wheel. That's basically what a revolving door is. Now, fun fact, these weren't created to be sleek, modern, or eco-friendly. Nope. The original 1888 patent straight up bragged that revolving doors eliminated the awkward social duty of holding doors open. Translation: I am tired of basic human decency. Let me invent a glass blender you have to walk through. But here's where it gets nasty. Revolving doors are low-key dangerous. People have been crushed, trapped, or smacked like cartoon characters because the timing is brutal. Move too fast and you get body checked by tempered glass. Move too slow and the person behind you basically herds you like cattle. And if a kid or an elderly person freezes inside, congratulations, you've got a panic-inducing bottleneck chamber. Psychologists even studied revolving door hesitation, where your brain does the math of, do I step now? Wait, no, okay now. Oh god, too late. That split-second paralysis is so universal that architects had to stick boring old push doors next to them because people literally couldn't handle it. So yeah, the next time you strut through a spinning glass circle of doom, just remember, it wasn't designed to help you. It was designed because some dude in the 1800s hated manners. Number 6. Escalator meat grinders. Escalators, society's moving sidewalks that give you two options: awkwardly stand while strangers breathe down your neck, or jog up like you're late for a plane you're not even taking. But here's the dirty truth, these things are horrible death traps. The Consumer Product Safety Commission estimates around 10,000 escalator injuries a year in the US alone, and a shocking number involve shoelaces, flip-flops, and children's fingers. Yeah, the comb plate at the top and bottom of an escalator, the part where metal steps disappear into the floor, looks harmless. But if something gets caught, that machine doesn't care. Your Crocs, your hoodie string, your tiny human hand, it's all just material to be chewed up. That's why some escalators have those bright yellow safety brushes on the sides. Not because they help clean your shoes, but because they poke your ankles so you don't stand too close to the death maw. There's also a psychological thing called the step illusion. People misjudge the moving stairs because your brain expects flat ground, not a conveyor belt of metal teeth. That's why you see people wobble like newborn deer when they step off. Basically, escalators trick your senses, then punish your fashion choices. Number 5. The electric toaster lottery. Nothing screams start your day quite like willingly sticking food into a metal death box powered by open wires. The toaster, modern breakfast's sketchiest invention. Think about it, you literally shove slices of bread into a slot that heats up using exposed coils of electricity. Then, to add insult to injury, the whole device is basically a dare to stick a fork inside when it jams. That's not a joke. Thousands of people end up in the ER every year because they decided to joust their sourdough free. The real kicker, toasters weren't designed with safety in mind at all. Early models were infamous for catching fire, and death by breakfast was a legitimate risk. Even now, there's a psychological quirk called risk normalization. That's when your brain sees danger so often it just stops caring. You don't think twice about casually operating a live wire grill 2 inches from your face, because everyone does it. If the same design came out today, people would riot on Twitter about how reckless it is. Oh, and let's not forget the crumb tray. The one you never clean out. It's basically a hidden tinderbox inside your kitchen. You might as well be hoarding kindling like a medieval peasant. Congratulations, you've been living with a slot machine where the jackpot is your house on fire. Dang. Number 4. Ceiling fans of suspicion. Ceiling fans are the silent assassins of the modern home. They look harmless, just a few blades gently spinning to keep you cool. But tell me you've never laid in bed at 2 a.m., staring at that thing above your head, and thought, if this falls, I'm done for. Fun fact, engineers know this. That's why the mounting systems for ceiling fans are ridiculously overbuilt. In theory, they almost never fall. But your brain doesn't care about theory. Psychologists call this catastrophic thinking, your brain's favorite late-night hobby. It imagines worst-case scenarios, like, what if the screws loosen, or what if I die from blunt force fan trauma? And honestly, you're not completely wrong to worry. Wobbly ceiling fans can actually fling blades off if they're poorly installed. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has even had to recall entire brands of ceiling fans for dropping their parts mid-spin. Basically, that soothing breeze maker in your bedroom is one loose screw away from becoming a helicopter accident. So yeah, ceiling fans were designed to keep you cool. But secretly, they've been auditioning as Final Destination props since the day they were invented. Sweet dreams. Number 3. The Innocent-Looking Escalator. Escalators are supposed to be the lazy person's dream come true. Stairs that do the work for you. But secretly, they're moving meat grinders waiting to snack on your shoelaces. If you've ever heard those unsettling clunk-clunk sounds under the steps, congratulations. You've been standing on an industrial machine designed to eat things and pretend it's fine. Here's the problem. Escalators are a weird cocktail of psychology and engineering shortcuts. The little grooves on each step? Yeah, those are basically giant teeth. Your brain, however, interprets them as safety ridges. Because humans love to assume things are designed in their favor. In reality, those grooves exist so the steps can collapse into each other like a folding nightmare. Every year, people's shoes, clothes, or worse, actual limbs, get caught in the machinery. It's called an entrapment injury, but really it's more like escalator tax for not paying attention. And kids? They're the prime victims, because children plus escalators equals human Play-Doh experiment. Escalators were never designed with human safety first. They were designed for efficiency, to herd you like cattle from one mall level to another. The fact that you survive the ride? That's just a bonus feature. Basically, you're riding an industrial conveyor belt that grudgingly tolerates your existence. Number 2, the poisoned pillow. Ah yes, pillows, the cuddly soft cloud your face sinks into every night. Except it's not a cloud. It's a bacteria sponge marinated in your sweat, drool, and skin flakes. Basically, it's a petri dish that you press directly against your mouth for 8 hours. Sweet dreams. Here's the fun science. Within 2 years, your pillow can be up to 1/3 dead skin and dust mites. That means by the time you're fluffing it, you're basically rearranging a corpse farm. Add in fungal spores, leftover makeup, and oils from your hair, and your pillow is a microbiome straight out of a horror movie. Psychologically, you ignore this because of something called habituation. That's when your brain gets so used to a stimulus it stops noticing. You don't see the pillow as a disgusting fabric swamp. You see it as comfort. That's why hotels put those little paper bands on pillows, so your brain feels reassured by a meaningless strip of cardboard. And fun fact, the history of pillows? Even weirder. Ancient Egyptians used literal stone blocks to rest their heads on, because they were worried about bugs crawling in their ears at night. So if you think your pillow is bad, at least it's not a brick with extra paranoia baked in. Your pillow may comfort you, but make no mistake, it's secretly plotting against your immune system. Number 1, the chair that's killing you. You're sitting down right now, aren't you? Cute. Too bad the humble chair is slowly assassinating you like a patient hitman. People always imagine danger as dramatic, falling rocks, shark attacks, nuclear meltdowns. But nope, the silent killer is 4 legs and a cushion. Humans were never designed to sit this much. Our bodies evolved to move, hunt, gather, run away from animals that want to use us as snacks. Sitting for hours tricks your muscles into shutting down like a Windows 98 PC. Your hip flexors shorten, your spine curves like a question mark, your blood flow slows, and your brain quietly goes, guess we're dying now. Science even calls it sitting disease. That's not slang. Doctors literally compare sitting for long periods to smoking in terms of health damage. Your metabolism tanks, your heart risk skyrockets, and your posture transforms into something between a gremlin and a croissant. Psychologically, the chair lures you in with comfort. You feel safe, cozy, even productive. But that comfort is a Trojan horse. It convinces you to stay still for just one more email, one more YouTube video, one more doom scroll session, until you realize you've spent 10 hours fusing with your office chair like some kind of IKEA human hybrid. And here's the kicker, ancient people didn't even use chairs much. Thrones were reserved for kings and gods. Everyone else sat on the ground. Somewhere along the way, we decided to mass-produce royal torture devices, sell them to the peasants, and call it ergonomic. So yeah, enjoy your seat. Just remember, the chair isn't supporting you. It's slowly staging your downfall, one Netflix binge at a time. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.